Cloud9 showing up for the first time today for them if they decide to land for vehicles and drive elsewhere. But typically they do employ a split loot strategy. At least they have in the past. We'll see if that continues here.
Well, we'll see as they are dropping out of the plane right now. We're getting things kicked off. This is our third game that we've watched today, and this time happening out of Group C. So you can see Stuff to Destroy looks like they're going to drop and land in the Milton Power area. Search to Destroy X, and we'll see where the rest of these guys end up going here. Cloud9 looking to be heading over a little more towards the Pachinki area potentially. See exactly where they end up landing, but they seem to be veering off in that direction, and Nova going straight down into the military base region. So pretty decent spread throughout here. Just bodies raining.
Just falling to the earth slowly. And looks like it's going to be, that is going to be the final stand taking over Yasnaya, or at least landing there. They're going to be joined shortly by Anham Team Esports. And we will see now some vehicles being stolen. It looks like Tuna Can from Transcend grabbing that and driving away.
Highway robbery.
So you can see all the rest of AE now having to run on foot. Like, well, I guess that's that.
Yep. Well, there goes our plan.
Chin Chin.
What a name.
What a name.
Chin Chin.
Gotta be careful. Shrews is up there with an M16 and the UMP.
Does he know Pachin is there, though, is the question. I'm not sure. So he's just starting to go down into the rest of the house to loot. But Chin-Chin's looking like he's just going to go for the run straight out in the open here.
So looking at Dignitas and the rest of the map, we will see they are going to be headed up to Severny as Nano Steve is out for a swim.
Where you at, buddy?
Maybe he landed for a boat, or maybe was AFK and found himself in the ocean there. But like I said, looking at the way the map is playing out, we will see a lot of teams still in transition to their loot spots. Looks like Dignitas is headed to the north to Severny. And looking at the map, we will see it's Cloud9 taking over that Pachinki area. They have taken that for themselves. And now we have a decent first circle as well, centered in the middle of the island, so transitions will be a little bit easier. And we're actually going to see Team Optic going for the tempo loot strategy, the old Tempo Storm loot strategy of taking all these little compounds, split looting. You can see Valiate and Baja Waka down here by Ferry Pier, with Heteroar and Hypoc moving off on their own. We saw Tempo Storm utilize that strategy game after game after game, and it looks like Valiate has brought that with him.
Yeah, so they are going for that split loot strategy. You can see them just wreaking havoc on the town here, taking all the goods.
Wreaking the havoc. I'm taking all your stuff.
Yeah, that's right. There's no one here to contest them or to object anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But they left it.
Sorry, villagers. I'm taking all your weapons.
Yeah, deal with it. Yeah, so they're going to be grabbing up all the loot. They have pretty much free reign over that western side of the map to grab whatever they want in that region. So
you'll likely see for Optic, they're going to finish their loot and they'll probably come up towards Gatka. I mean, there are some really nice compounds around here. It will be in the play zone. A favorite is the Chopsticks area, not necessarily for Optic, but for anyone in general. This is a decent area to try and hold on to. Gives you a lot of flexibility around the tunnels of the Chopsticks. And, you know, that Gatka region is relatively devoid, again, of all players. South George, for what feels like the third game in a row, has nobody there looting. But for now, it does look like Bin Long, Mr. Blown Apart, and the rest of Render Esports are going to be hanging around in that Gatka, South Gatka field area.
Oh, Young Bay.
Young Bay.
Not looking too healthy.
Yeah,
oh, no.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah. Young Bay is having a cruise, and there is a loot drop.
The old 249
yeah.
AMR suppressor.
That's something.
Leaving some 5.6 behind, maybe. I'm not sure if that's 100% accurate. Regardless, we've actually seen a crate get looted, and it's Dergil from I can't review Broad Chat. I don't even know. I don't know how to say their team name, but Team 20.
Chad.
Good old Team 20 here with the loot crate.
That is also quite the name. Oh, man.
That's what, yeah, I guess what happens to give people
yeah.
whatever name.
Yeah,
you like.
it gets dangerous, but they are gonna be taking that up. And you got Cloud9 over here in Pachinki, as they've had pretty much the entire town to themselves. Here, just able to grab all the goods. Also wreaking havoc.
Yeah, wreaking havoc. So this is an easy loot for them. This is going to be a nice easy start to the game for Cloud9. Going to be taking Pachinki uncontested, and now the key to Pachinki is speed, as they have no rush. They're dead center in the middle of the play zone in this case, so this is the best possible scenario for Cloud9, getting the optics and everything they can to set up for the mid game. It's going to be smooth sailing and easy cruising for Cloud9, as they are in the middle of the play zone in one of the best loot spots in the map.
Yep, and they've been able to do whatever they want there. So, as we see, you got Team 8, that is Ronin. They're hopped up, they're geared up in the cars, and they are just having themselves a cruise through the hills. A lovely day, indeed, but they're trying to reposition themselves. See exactly where they're trying to go here. It looks like right in towards the center of the map.
Yep.
Try and get themselves a good position depending on where this next circle pops, but they're going to give themselves the best odds possible.
Yeah, we have Team Gates also occupying a fairly decent spot right around here. This Mossy as the scout coming out of Razak with the rest of his squad, who will likely want to rejoin him there. So that is going to be a triple-story compound just to the north of Pachinki. This is a nice spot. You can see that triple story I just mentioned at the tip there. This is a good loot spot and a decent hold, especially for the mid game. I don't know if they will have too much of a likelihood of coming out of this next play zone. So for Team Gates, it's going to be smooth sailing for them as well. This is what happens when you get a decent first circle and not too much water.
Yeah.
It's going to be Nova coming off the military base, though. Looks like they should make it all right, though. They're jumping in their vehicles and headed across the bridge. Only Austin there to contest.
Yeah, I don't know how much old Austin's going to do against them there either, but you can see Ronin setting up on top of the hill here, giving themselves some pretty good high ground to work with. So they're going to be hanging out here for now. A couple teams driving around them. See maybe if they can get some shots into them. And that is actually going to be Team 9 driving around there. Apache Esports. Ooh, they are getting the shots ringing on to them as Team 10 down there retaliate out in the hills.
And just taking some pot shots. This is the new look Ronin squad.
Yep.
Not even tagged up in game just yet. That's how new they are. But for now, that is Apache Esports. It's Mitzi taking some damage, but having to abandon his vehicle. I did see VTV from Set to Destroy by himself trying to fend off an onslaught of players. But for now, it looks like they have reconvened, and that's Set to Destroy at the bottom of the hill on your screen there. And that's Detailed still firing away, taking pot shots with their vehicles. Looks like they're getting ready to move out as well.
Yep, they are going to get them.
Drive me.
Yeah, come on.
Ooh, here we go.
Ooh, we're going to have some action here. Set to Destroy going off against No Excuse. Potentially going to have ourselves a gunfight here as VTV getting prepped for this one. They are starting to move on to the position of STDX inside of this house here. Nades flying out. Ooh, he is going to be able to get the knock on a Rift. So he will be down for now as he tries to gain entrance. No, but the trade coming out. Big surprise inside the garage there, and shots are going to continue to ring in onto him. He's hanging on for dear life right now. Chippa TV went down as well, so it's a bit of a mixed bag here.
Rykar going for it in the interior. He's pushed the stairs. He's got Fignaldo. VTV now the last man standing. It's going to be him versus Rykar. While VFX goes for the res is successful. And now VTV just trying to spray onto the balcony. Rykar having to go into a defensive position there, but now he got some backup coming. Waiting for the trade. VTV out the window.
Oh, man.
He's trying to get the hell out of here. He does have Chip is still left. He's trying to salvage this thing, but he is now running for the hills. VTV, here's the footsteps, turns, peeks, fires. Doesn't quite land it. Chip is still down, wrapping around the Rosie.
Yep. They are just, oh, man. Shepard up inside the house there.
He might want to go for a res here. He's got to be worried, though, because they could come off the balcony. They could come out the windows. The windows have been broken. No audio information coming there. Chip hoping for the res, but now it's all about VFX, Rykar, and Shepard have all meted, and now this is not looking good for VTV.
Oh, he's going to take the 1v1 down there in the garage, but not able to come out on top of it And that is going to be set to destroy X, I believe, losing all of their members there. So,
Yep, that's 19th place for them.
yeah, not the ideal start for them, as you can see Unknown Tactics still hanging out in their little compound out here.
Chilling.
Just chilling.
Hanging out. So four set to destroy. That was a really nice sequence there. We might have an opportunity to take a look at that again in the future. But regardless, that did not go their way. But that's how building executes go from time to time. As we see there, the Group B standings again for your information. It was ADR Wales and the God Squad in the top 2 spots. But that was a decent game. So now looking at Ron Paul, Smoking Aces.
Hello, Ron Paul.
What's up?
How you doing, bro? There he goes, running through with his
UMP.
UMP.
We've been seeing a lot of those.
Yeah. I mean, of course, SMG's getting the buff not too long ago, and have seen them quite a lot more in competitive play here.
Well, it's such a good up-close option. Gives you a ton of control, not to mention speed and accuracy. So with the UMP, it's definitely probably the pound-for-pound best SMG. I mean, personally, I've used the Vector as well, but really the UMP is just so easy to outfit. There's always 9mm everywhere.
Yep.
And when you're up close with someone with that control and speed, it can be probably one of the best, if not the best options for close-up gameplay. Something we see in the end game and in those building executes. The AR still maybe being reserved for long range. But really, it's really about the diversity. I think the dev team's done a great job of giving lots of options to players to use for weapons.
I mean, that's the thing right now is it seems like every weapon has its own spot within the meta. A lot of them being used currently. So things are definitely in a pretty decent spot in terms of weapon balance right now. Everything getting its use in. So this is the second game of Group C, by the way, guys. So these guys have already played one as we jump from group to group here throughout the day. But Team 20, that is Review brought Chads again. They're just hanging out the southern end of the circle. They may be able to get some shots in on Team 4 as they start to work their way up, because they're going to have to come into the circle on the southern end here.
So taking a look at the map, we have seen Optic rotate up through Gatka. As we mentioned, they kind of snaked their way up this way and have now found themselves just to the south of the ruins, where they have set their sights on Tunican and company, who are still rotating in their vehicles. So Optic playing very safe here, something we've seen from Tempo Storm in the past under the tutelage of Valiate. So seeing some familiar things from him as Dignitas at the school area, actually hanging out up here, have started battling with Team 12 just outside. That is 4 Kings over there with them at the apartments. So Optic in formation, moving up the hill, as you can see here. They've already picked up 1 kill and some much-needed meds here for Baja Waka.
Yeah, Optic was coming from that GAC area. They're just hanging out in the hills for now, but all the way over on the western side of the map, not really anyone around them for the time being, but you can see we already have 2 teams that have been eliminated from play so far. Set to Destroy X and Final Stand. Set to Destroy X going down a little bit earlier than we may have expected, but you can see in the middle of the map now, actually just outside of Pachinki, there's quite a number of shots going down as Team 8 continuing to hold that high ground up top. That's Ronin.
And we can see now we have stayed relatively centered for this second circle. Dignitas has taken some damage there. We've got Adam Gustav and the rest of Dignitas, a new team as well. 1/2 of Lumbermill and 1/2 of Shoot to Kill coming together to form the new Dignitas team. And they've been playing very well. They qualified for an upcoming tournament. And now we see Team Gates, Mortify, Mossy, Exco, and Silo. Team Gates playing well. A lot of talent on this team.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see how far they can go with that talent, though. But for now, looking pretty good. They have lost 1 member, but still hanging in there for now. And you can see Dignitas there, as you said, relatively newer squad.
Looking at each other. It's Team Gates over there in the compound. You can see they're aware of each other for sure. And we see Smoking Aces not too far away, as we see the protector of NA all by himself. He's the guy that's been keeping the NAC afloat.
Thank you, Protector.
Thank you, Protector.
Thank Mr. Protector. That's the guy you need right there. But yeah, Team 15, Dignitas, they're just hanging out. They're
Absolutely.
about school. So
We are seeing some pressure start to mount in the southeastern portion of the play zone, as there are some later rotations. We'll see what this next circle looks like, as Dash is going to pick himself up. Looks like a M24 to go along with his level 3 helmet. Hopefully he's got the optics to support it. Looks like he does. He's got lots of bandages, an M4 and an M24 as well with that level 3 helmet, so a nice pickup for them. And we are taking a look there just to see Team 20.
Review Bra Chad's gonna
Again,
out to go into it. Those guys just love showing up on our our stream right now.
Only the best team names.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. We only show the best. Here we go, though. They're trying to make their way up the hill a little bit. They do have no excuse right nearby.
So we have seen another circle shift as this battle is getting ready to set up, and we will be staying around that Pachinki area. So the dice continue to fall in favor of Cloud9, who are now split between the northern end of the Pachinki area and the double. I believe that's, I think the red house is just outside of the Pachinki fields. Regardless, it is Stab and Moody, Riem, and Frolicker split between the interior and exterior of Pachinki, and we will see Dignitas having to leave their school in vehicles maybe a little bit early, as Sticky Rice and Team 12 are there to put them back in their place. So not too much in the way of difficult rotations just yet, as Dignitas maybe decides we're going to wait for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, they don't necessarily have to go anywhere yet, so you might as well hold tight. They were taking some shots over at Four Kings as they were trying to rotate deeper into the center of this circle, but to no avail, really. Not a whole lot coming out of it, but Review Broad Chad still in the same position, really, that they have been, just sitting at the base of this small hill.
Yeah, no need to push on to a covered position on Team 21. They know they're there. VFX and company, Rykar, all just chilling, waiting for the next circle. They have no need to move just yet. They are both inside. Maybe we'll see Team 20 try and rotate around this building, get on the high ground closer to Pachinki. But for now, they're just being cautious, making sure their flanks are clear nationwide, holding the long angle. Pancake on a stick, my favorite carnival treat, is just kind of hanging out. But for now, there's no need to move for either of these teams.
What kind of carnivals are you going to, man?
Dude, have you never had a pancake on a stick?
Yeah,
they coat them in syrup, they freeze them, and then they cook them. They deep fry them after they freeze them.
Oh, man.
It's like a reverse ice cream.
Yum. Yummy. Oh, that is something.
Yep.
All right, well, apparently Moses is going to some pretty
Canadian
wacky carnival,
carnivals,
guys. Yeah, that's it. Just the Canadian carnivals.
Yeah,
They
clearly.
get wild there.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'll bring one down for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, can you bring me one next time? I really want to try this now.
Here's Ron Paul and company, actually now receiving fire from Nova. Nova, this is Richie we're looking at. They participated recently in their first LAN tournament and looking to continue that momentum. Landoon, Richie Lochnar, and Nerf Me Please. Nerf Me Please actually taking the exterior position. You can see on the left side of your screen on that wide flank out in the hills. Leaving himself exposed to other teams, but trying to get as much info for his squad as possible, as Ron Paul and Soapy Licious are spread out amongst each other, just trying to maintain control of this compound.
That's right. Ron Paul, oh, he sees Richie up there. He's going to take some shots, unable to connect, though.
Long distance ump.
Yeah, not ideal. Not ideal for sure, and he's actually going to take some shots himself. Is Richie in a pretty good position here to try and take that fight. But for now, just kind of scoping out the land around him, see if he can get any pot shots out there.
We're about to see another transition of the circle here as we briefly see Cloud9 still hanging out, and we will see now where the play zone will shift. And once again, it is going to go to that Pachinki area around that field, and Cloud9 is going to maybe want to decide to reconvene. You can already see Frolicker jumping in the vehicles. They're going to jump on top of Stab, and they're going to hold a great center position. This is exactly why you have a split in this instance, trying to play the odds and control as many decent areas as possible. I don't actually think they have a building covered there, unless there's something I'm forgetting about. Regardless, we'll take a look at Cloud9, but it's now Optic engaging on the edge of the play zone. They have surrounded all of their team 11 there, so this is now ongoing. Hopefully we can take a look at that shortly. So we'll take a look now. This is J-Dog. This is going up against Ronan.
Yeah, Ronan still, they're in the same position that they have been for most of the game. They found this high ground, and they've just been sitting there the whole time. They will have to move soon, though, as that circle is starting to come in, so they're going to have to think about what that next move is going to be, but they do have teams around them. to consider. So we'll see how they decide to play this. It's actually Team 18, 605 Gaming that is trying to come up onto this position that they're holding up top. And meanwhile, Optic is actually, that fight that we were talking about is unfolding with Team 11. That's Booyah. They've been able to take out a couple of their members there.
Actually, I believe that was a full team wipe for Booyah going out to Optic. So Optic now in rotation, headed in right on top of Nova, and all of this this northern side of the play zone as Dignitas now being forced out of the school. And you can see them on your screen there just whipping past. It's Team Gates putting fire onto Team 22. They're just trying to back off right now as Sticky Rice with that SLR is trying to do some damage.
That's right. Not really seeing a whole lot, though. They're just on the other side of the ridge here. You'll see one taking the shots, but not connecting with a whole lot.
This is Anaheim Team Esports here. So now it's a matter of 2 fights on 2 fronts for Anaheim as they just cannot find their stride, and they're getting picked apart from all angles here as this compound continues to get complicated.
Ooh,
Nova, wow. Now it's Nerf Me Please is still on his angle there, but now it looks like another team has arrived.
Smoking Aces
Transcend,
there as well.
Yeah, Smoking Aces is still held inside. Team Gates is not too far away. And Dat Trinity on his way in.
This is it's a tricky situation for them. Later, Tunican.
Wow, that's an SLR headshot coming from Richie on that ridge, doing work. So all of a sudden, the press onto this compound for all of Transcend has been slowed down. Sticky Rice still trying to manage his sight lines, looking down with that SLR and the 4X. No helmet.
No helmet. Not ideal there in terms of readiness for the fight, but Richie.
Richie, he's jumping around. Don't worry,
yes.
ladies and gentlemen. He's doing just fine. But
yes.
As far as he's concerned, it looks like they're going to have to back off. Nova's still split here. This is not a great position to be in, as is Retaliate looking down onto Team 20. Our old friend Pancake on a stick trying to get a res onto Nationwide.
Yeah, Ronin sitting up top here, but they do have a couple teams all around him. Oh, yeah. Ooh, Retaliate taking the shots. On to the members moving up the hill from Review Chad. So they do have this high ground, but
not sure why Ronin's not. Ronin has not formed up to take this fight. They've allowed a res. They know they're there.
They're trying to pick a fight with 18 on the other side as well. So they're kind of going at 2 teams at once. This may end pretty poorly for them, potentially.
No doubt. So we're seeing now Ronin just kind of forming on top of this hill. They do have pressure on 2 sides. But Team 20 not going away. Review Broad Chad has said, we want this fight. And it looks like Ronin is now going to form up and try and take it.
Yep, they have formed up here. So we'll see who leads first. Situation. Trying to move up the hill, but so far they're being hesitant to make the move.
Moving it over now, we see Team 21. This is Rykar and squad. Still engaging, and now it does look like Smoke and Aces have engaged with Nova and the rest of those squads they were dealing with before. So kills continuing to mount, as Team 20 now backing off that hill. Looks like this is going to be not so much a stalemate, but neither team wants to engage here. Yeah,
both of them being hesitant to do so. So they were pushing up the whole time, but last minute, Team 20 have decided to back off. Pancake on a stick has taken a couple shots, still alive and well, but now Ronin is dealing with Team 18. That is 605 Gaming over there. There are shots being exchanged back and forth with them, and actually Pancake on a stick was able to pick up a kill as they were rotating around, taking out a member of No Excuse.
So it looks like Smoke and Aces has missed their window of opportunity to try and escape the compound they've been inhabiting. Nova now has them completely zoned on that northwestern side of the next play zone. They are going to have to run right towards them. Meanwhile, we're still taking a look here at No Excuse, who is dealing with fights on all angles. Dergil is pushing from Team 20. He's coming up behind him. So now we'll see if Team 20 can continue their roll into the play zone, but they have to get through Rykar first.
Rykar, just the solo man here for No Excuse. And right now he's looting. Ooh, Rykar, he is going to start taking shots, see if he can pick up these kills. Not really landing a whole lot of his shots. He had to hit those if he had any chance of taking that fight. Now he's just going to have the hurt being laid on him. Actually now getting some good ones into Dergil, but Rykar ends up going down to Dergil's UMP. So that is going to be Team 20 taking out Team 21. No excuse. And they're going to continue to wrap their way in here as the circle closes. They're going to have to find the next position that they want to take.
Team Gates is a little bit late here coming into the play zone. Dignitas holding on to the zone. For them, it's Wookie Bookie and Uncivil looking towards their direction. Meanwhile, it is Smoke and Aces trying to get onto Nova, throwing grenades as much as they can. They do have the forward position. Richie's still looking down the scope of his SLR. Soapylicious and Protector trying to get up this ridge. Landoon and Lochnar, basically all of Nova, know that they're there, but a flashbang has come out. Soapylicious clearly blind, but he does manage to spray down Landoon up in front. Down goes Protector.
Wow.
Now it's a 3v1. Soapylicious trying to do something with this, but it is not looking good for Smoke and Aces. Nice
shots from Richie coming out there. Soapylicious able to get a trade on the Lochnar, looking for a second one onto Richie, but no, gets shut down. Protector of NA and Soapylicious both going down there, so.
Team Gates playing the shark there on the edge. They can smell the blood in the water, and they will steal one. Landoon going down, so Nova trying to get the smokes out to get the res, but not going to work out. So it's just going to be Nerf Me Please and Richie left. Team Gates headed in their direction. They do not have much of a trek to the play zone, but they do have blood in their mind as Nova continues to receive pressure from Team Gates as well as Dignitas. Yeah. And look who it is in the center.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Cloud9 literally smack dab in the center, but you see Dignitas and Team Gates looking over at each other here. They're on the side of this hill. Dignitas does have a bit of a high ground advantage here as Team Gates just waiting.
I wonder if Cloud9 is actually still awake in their little hut there. But regardless, Team Gates taking some shots from Dignitas. That is Uncivil landing one on Silo. I think, you know what, I think it's Silo. I'm gonna start saying Silo because I'm pretty sure his username used to be Silo Green.
Oh.
But regardless, that is Dignitas getting some shots landed there onto Team Gates. And the torqueless Dacia just trying to get some horsepower there.
Oh, poor guy. Ooh, Exco getting some shots off, but
Nova been picked apart. And it's Optic actually showing up on scene, who's just arrived there. That is who they are now fighting. Gold Shinobi being finished off by Dignitas. Now Riem, finally Cloud9 getting engaged, having woken up. It is Optic now. Team Gates head-to-head.
Here we go.
And Nova was just eliminated by Optic as well. So that is now, whoa, the flank, the high side, surprise. Here comes Baja Waka with the UMP.
Hello. And Baja Waka has got Exco just on the other side of that rock there. He doesn't know it, but he is waiting over there. And he's going to lay that smoke down to protect themselves against Dignitas, who's up on top of the hill. He's going to start to make his move.
So I think there's still one from Team Gates prone in the grass there. I'm not sure if he's still, no, he looks dead. He's dead.
Oh.
So that was Dignitas likely finishing that up. Dignitas on the high side of the hill. I'm liking their positioning here. Not sure how much cover they're going to retain as this circle is about to transition once again. Will we see the luck of Cloud? Yeah, there was a red house there. I knew there was. But it is Cloud9 shooting at all sides now, and they're starting to pick up some frags as that open field leaves a lot to be desired for cover. And here's Moody. Lots of ammo, decent meds. They are in good spot here.
Absolutely. Cloud9 have really just been chilling in this house for a lot of the game. He's got all the bikes parked inside.
They have a motorcycle dealership in there.
Yeah, come on in.
Gives you an idea as to how much time they've had. They've collected a bunch of motorcycles, lined them up perfectly in their cabin. And again, they will retain that cover. So this is Cloud9's game to lose. You cannot blame anything on the circle this time around for them. But now it's Optic, Dignitas in the top 7. Dash 32 and Mr. Blown Apart from Render Esports are there, although they don't have a ton of cover.
Cloud9 is going to have a lot of guys coming their way as well when they start to rotate back into the circle here.
Yep.
So.
Lots of open field. Bin Long is considering his existence here behind this rock as he sees Dash 32 go down. That is nationwide. Team 20 still taking some shots here. They have been active throughout this game. It feels like we've been following their story this entire time. So for them, they've made it to the top 7.
Yes, they have. We'll see if they can do any more with it. But you can see Cloud9 holding that position. And you have Woe
with the fancy golden AK.
Yeah, and all by himself. Nationwide is looking to see what he can find here. Trying to take the fight inside the house.
The window bars will get you every time. The circle's coming. There he goes. He's got to get in front of him, and that's not going to help. So he's going to go down to Woo, and then Woo will go down himself. Is Dergil finishing him off? So Team 20 is going to lose all but one of their players, I think, to the zone here, as Optic staying active.
Oh, Dergil getting lit up as well, and he'll get taken down by Stab. So there goes Team 20. That's Review Bra Chads. They get knocked out of this round, but a pretty good placing nonetheless, as Wookie Bookie getting some good shots there, able to take down Bahawaka. some tongue twister names there, but
Wookie Bookie, Bahawaka, Hypoc. Yeah, I mean, I've been saying these names for so long, I'm used to it, but I can understand. Yeah, Bahawaka is a hard one for sure. But C9 is in position to win this game. They're now in the top 5. No casualties. Dignitas is 1 away from elimination. Optic has done the work on them. And now it's Bin Long dying to the zone, or at least trying to med his way through the zone. And he will try and hang on as Frost BP goes down to Cloud9. Bin Long is down. We are down to the top 3 teams. And some familiar names here. We've got Wookie Bookie, Dignitas. Looks like they're going to go down to the zone as well. It looks like it's going to be Cloud9 versus Optic for the final 2 here.
That's right. Cloud9 still got all 4 of their members up, and I believe Optic is just sitting with 3 for right now. So
The circle does.
Yeah, we'll see. They do have that player advantage. It's going to be the circle's going to play a pretty decent role here.
Hard
oh,
shift.
Man.
Goes to Optic. Now it's going to be all about Cloud9 using their strength. The fact that they have likely full armor, full meds, full ammo. Optic has been battling through this game. Valiate already, you can see him going on the high side flank, trying to get some info for his team. They're going to want to spread out and take away all routes because Cloud9 has no way to get across this field. Valiate is taking the high side to eliminate the fact that they can get to those trees. Utility coming out from Cloud9. This is going to be a wide open push through the zone.
Laying smokes everywhere here. This is going to be a make-or-break push. They do have the player advantage, Cloud9, but they're going to have to make a tough, long trek.
Yeah, the key is Valiate on that high side flank. If Cloud9 can eliminate them, they can get around on top of Optic. But for now, it's going to be Frolicker making his initial push.
Sending him ahead. Smokes are laying that base of cover, but, oh man, this is going to be tricky for Cloud9 using that smoke.
Valiate's in a key position up there. They haven't noticed him yet. Now he's got a wide flank once these smokes dissipate. Optic needs to win these trades as best they can. Already Frolicker putting pressure onto Hypoc and Hetror. Hetror now down to half health. Valiate on the high side flank. No shots coming yet. And there it comes.
Whoa.
Valiate takes down Stab.
Can they trade with
The nades come out.
Yeah, they're just starting to go aggressive here. Some of the Optic members just trying to go straight into them. Hypoc pretty close. Valiate still up top. Yeah, very well played. Valiate is going to get knocked out by Riem.
And they got the res as well. Great play from Cloud9. Stabs back.
Oh,
up.
man.
4. This is Cloud9's game to lose. Hetror, the last man standing.
Oh, man.
And Cloud9 will win it.
Able to sit in that house pretty much all game long.